Alrighty, welcome to MTG Anonymous. So, since I haven't had any videos come out lately, I'm going to try to do this one without any editing. So what you see is what you get for this one. So today, I didn't even name this deck, but basically it's going to be green, white, black, Bolas Citadel. First, let's explain what the deck does, and then we'll get into the cards in it. Basically, we want our one copy of Bolas Citadel to get out, and then we want to be able to play any of our cards, any of our spells, basically, that deal damage, destroy creatures, and gain us life. So that way we can continue playing spells off the top. So, without further ado, the deck list is as follows. We got 4 copies of Llanowar Elves and 4 Druid of the Cowl. That way we'll be able to add green mana. We have 1 Gift of Paradise since that's all we have, but it allows us to add 2 mana of any color, and we gain 3 life when it enters the battlefield. Ravenous Chupacabra for removal. Sanctum Seeker just to do some chip damage whenever any of our random amounts of vampires attack. We'll gain 1 and they'll lose 1. Twilight Prophet, this is going to help us with Bolas Citadel. At the beginning of our upkeep, we have the Sitting's Blessing, reveal the top card of our library, put it in our hand. Each opponent loses life, each opponent loses life equal to the converted mana cost of the card that was revealed. Let me put that back. That was definitely a misclick. I did not mean to click on that. Hold it. I'll find it, I promise. What's taking so long? I'll find it eventually. I could have just typed it in. But, I'm that kind of person. There we go. Boop. Landing on the Void, which we only have 1 copy, and it would be nice if we get it, but if we don't get it, doesn't matter. If a card will go into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. That'll help us for the Is It Drake decks, which we really don't like seeing those, but they have been really annoying while deck testing. Rite of Bells and Lock, so basically we get first we'll get 4 cleric tokens, 2 each turn, and then on the last verse we get a 6/6 black demon creature with flying. So that'll help us with dealing with creatures with flying, because there aren't many things that get bigger than 6/6, at least not that fast. That'd be about turn 7, depending on how much ramp we get. Ritual of Suit, we have 1, that is our board wipe. It's real good. Also, we have Kai's Wrath as a board wipe. Both of them. This one destroys all creatures, and we gain life equal to the number that we had. And then this one just destroys all creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less, which will deal with like the Goblin Chain Whirler, the Goblin token, stuff like that. Call of the Feast, we have 3, and then create 3 1/1 white vampire tokens, which then that will also go with Champion of the Dusk, but we'll get to that in a sec. And then also Sanctum Seeker, since all of those will trigger. Sorin, we just want the lifelink, so that's a thing. Champion of Dusk, like I said, enters battlefield, draw X cards, and you lose X life, where X is the number of vampires you control, which that's pretty good card draw for all the vampires we have. When this one enters battlefield, target opponent loses 3 and you gain 3. That's really good with Bolas Citadel, because yeah, we lose 5 when we play it, but then we gain 3 back, so we only lost 2. Rise from the Grave is going to be either to grab the Vampire Sovereign, Ravenous Chupacabra, or anything else. Preferably it would grab the Grave Waker though. Open the Graves. If any of these creatures that aren't tokens die, Open the Graves will let us create a 2/2 black zombie token. So that's nice. Demon Lord Bells and Lock. So this is technically a card draw. What it'll do when it enters battlefield, we exile cards until we find a non-land card, and then we put it in our hand. If it's greater than 4, as most of these are, if it's greater than 4, repeat the process, and then we do get 1 damage dealt to us for each one that has. But if you have Sorin, you gain that life back that's dealt to you, since it has lifelink. It's a little, it's pretty cool. Gravewaker, for 6, if you pay 7, you return a creature card from your graveyard and to the battlefield tapped. That's really good for Ravenous Chupacabra, the Champion of the Dusk, the Vampire Sovereign, etc., etc. And then our 1 copy of Bolas Citadel. This one, if you may look at the top card at any time. You may play the top card of your library. You have to follow timing though. If you cast a spell, pay life equal to its converted mana cost rather than its mana cost. And then for tap and sacrifice, you get or for tap, you sacrifice 10 non-land permanents and each opponent loses 10 life. You can close the game out like this if you have enough things pop into the battlefield, or you use Call of the Feast three times and then have something else. You can sack all those things and just deal straight up 10 life. So, and then we have lands. 6 plains, 5 swamps, 1 forest, 1 isolated chapel, 4 foul orchard, 4 Golgari Guildgate, 1 Temple of Malady, 1 woodland cemetery, and 1 sun petal grove. So the reason we're doing that is because most of this deck relies on black except for our ramp, and then most of the white are these, so I don't need as much. I really need to focus more on the black mana, so that's why that's done like that. Well, without further ado, let's play some games. We're gonna play ranked. Oh, Bolas Citadel. Let's see how well this does in ranked. I think we're bronze 3, so we won't necessarily see any like super strong decks. More than likely what I expect to see are mono red decks. That's us versus Thy Master. Okay, see, so this has ramp and a turn 4 play. That'll work, we'll keep 7. I want to scry, get a land on top. Have a land on top. So this deck really does not like mono red. And of course that's the first thing I see. This deck just doesn't really have the ways to deal with it, since I'm going to be taking my own life using Bolas' Citadel. I don't like being shocked, and here it comes. So that puts us a turn behind, but whatever. As long as Goblin Chain Whirler or something like that doesn't come out. So this is what I mean by I don't like mono red. So they're not going to do anything until my end step. They're going to shock me, or not. But I dealt with that the entire time I was testing, and it was extremely annoying. But what can you do? Mono red is really good. So, like I said, what can you do? Let's go ahead and Ravenous Chupacabra here. Oh, that enters tapped because I didn't have a swamp. Oh man, I messed that. That was a misplay. That was on me. So what I can do is play the Ravenous Chupacabra and then Sorin next turn. Yeah, I'm killing that. So first play the Ravenous Chupacabra, destroy Krenko, and then we don't have another play, so we'll go ahead and let that enter tap. What we want to do is we want to get the Gravewaker out, and then we can start popping these back after, and shock. I'm not surprised. That's really how this game has been going. And another Krenko, okay? We'll Gravewaker now. Then next turn we can grab Ravenous Chupacabra back, and we'll kill things. Yeah, he doesn't really... I don't think they have anything that can deal with this at the moment. They would have to shock into Lightning Strike. Whatever attacks... Well, so I won't be able to block when that attacks, so... yeah. We'll get Sorin out. No. Ravenous Chupacabra is actually what we need to do. So, it doesn't matter, we'll get the 5 damage off. Which they'll get their damage off, so... Mono red just is really difficult to deal with this deck. So, play that, activate, grab the Chupacabra. So what I want to do is I want to kill this one. Alright, they're going to be able to do more damage that way, but since I'll play Sorin my next turn, I'll gain life back. And then I can kill some of those tokens too. It's just real difficult to deal with mono red. It's so annoying. But because of that, I couldn't block anyway, so I might as well have swung. That's just how that goes. Destroy the Ravenous Chupacabra. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't like that. I just lost. Wow. Good game. I don't like mono red. It's so annoying. There's no other way I could have played that effectively. Well, I could have killed the Krinko, but I still wouldn't have been able to block. So it's so annoying. I've only been playing against mono red and Izzet all day. Which this deck can do great showing if it's not playing against that. Mojo Fiki. I don't have a turn 2 or well a turn 3 or 4 play, so I need to mulligan that. If I draw 1 land, I'm good. And I'll just put the Ritualist Suit back. They kept 6, so I gotta keep 6. And put Suit back. Oh no. Well, if we can get 1 more land, then turn 4 we can use Rite of Belzen Lock, so. That'll work. So hopefully we don't have to see passivism here, because that would be extremely annoying. But I still get the mana from it if they do choose to do that, so. Yeah. There's no reason to take that chip damage. So what I can do, well I can't do that. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I don't have double black. No attacks. So now we have mono white life gain. Next turn I can Death Sprout. Well, I'll probably Death Sprout that locks it on. And then I can get another black source. Yeah, that's the plan. Death Sprout the flyer. Grab a black source. No attacks. So now what I can do is I can Sanctum Seeker, and then I can block the Loxodon Linebringer. Or I can Vampire Sovereign. Of course. Block the 1/3. What I want to do is I just want to stop as much damage as possible. Let's go ahead and do that so I can gain some life. No attacks. So they're going to block that, and next I'll play the Sanctum Seeker. Oh, they'll tap it. So I'll play the Sanctum Seeker next, and then after that the Rite of Belzen Lock. White has enchantment removal, so that's why I'm kind of hesitant to play it. But regardless, of course. That's fine. That's not fine. So I can't block any of that. Well, I wasn't going to be able to block it anyway. Okay. So let's go ahead and drop this. See, there we go. Now this deck is doing what it wants. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to discard the hand size because of it. So next turn I can go Twilight, Prophet. Let's go Druid of the Cowl so I have an extra mana next turn. Oh, I lost. Oh man. I didn't even pay that any attention. That's on me. Good game. I just didn't draw anything good enough. If I hadn't played that, I could have won. That's definitely my own fault. This deck ain't doing what it's supposed to. But you saw, if I wasn't playing mono white, that would have been better. I'll just have to go back to the drawing board with this deck, but I'm still gonna post it because I haven't posted videos in a while, and it's kind of getting bad, you know. Like, it's a little ridiculous. Like, I have been having family issues, and that's the real reason why I haven't been able to post, but still. We got 4 lands, and ramp, I'm keeping. So turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. This is really good. We just gotta draw some ramp. Or some card draw. Anyways, this deck can be upgraded really easily by getting more Bolas Citadels, focusing more on ramp. Well, not really. Ramp is doing good. Like, all I really need is 2 for ramp to be able to do what I need to do. So, oop, almost didn't play land. So, it just depends. Another way is to have more ways to recur creatures out of my graveyard, which would be really good. The Grave Waker is real important to this deck, but if I don't get it, especially dealing with Gruul or mono white, then I'm not going to be able to do things. The other good thing about Bolas' Citadel is when cards have enchantments like Passivism, stuff like that, I can sacrifice those permanents, and then that can really help. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to Ravenous Chupacabra that. That's just to avoid some early damage. That's really it. So Ritual of Soot. Now if they get something like real big that's cheap, I can do that. I could have done that last turn too, and save the Ravenous Chupacabra, but for one creature that would not have been worth. This turn, okay. Yep. I can play 2 Druid of the Cowls, which will buy me time for next turn, where I can play Ride of Bells and Lock. Also, what would be great is having the Grave Waker. I'm going to block with the Ravenous Chupacabra this turn, actually, now that I think about it. So that way I have it, and if I get the Grave Waker, then the next turn I can bring it back and pop that Sunder's Shaman. I also don't have any enchantments or artifacts, so if he swings with it, or if they swing with it, the name's Will, so I assume it's a he, but if they swing with it, I'll just take it and I'll swing back. So, and then we'll be able to get that 6/6 demon in 3 turns, so. No blocks, I'll take it. Yes, okay. So plans have changed. Well, it's probably still better to do this and do more turns. If they don't kill me, then they won't block, and then I can block with a token. I'll do it like that. So it'd be smart to block the Ravenous Chupacabra. Yep. So, okay. It doesn't have trample, so, and I do have to block with one of the clerics. Oh. Yikes. That's pretty good. So they would be able to destroy the Rite of Bells and Lock if I don't block. So, after that I'm going to put Open the Graves out. Block. And then Open the Graves will always give me a creature whenever I do that. so. Yikes. Okay, so they could... Oh, no, okay. Open the graves. Play Malfout. And no attacks. Having that 6/6 will be amazing. So they'll have to start doing things soon. So I can block with each one of these. Hexproof, right, trample. Haste, hexproof, right, trample, okay. Leave that one unblocked. Block that one, block that one, leave that one unblocked. So how should I do this? Well, let's kill what I can kill. Actually. Kill that. Block the 5/5. And take the rest. What would be smart is to kill the Lana War. But I get the 2/2 once he does it, so, or once they do it. Next, they can also use the Living Twister to blow things up, so. There we go. Now I get a 6/6. Play the swamp. Next. I'm gonna leave the 6/6 up. Swing with 2/2. So what they could do is they could Living Swamp and just deal a whole bunch of damage, but then they'd also lose their lands. So Ritual of Soot also doesn't make sense here now since it's a 6/6. I can block the Shaman. Okay. What I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want these two to die. So, I'm going to block the Burning Tree Vandal. I'm also going to block with the 0/1, so. Smart. This is getting scary now because I really need to draw stuff. Swing with the 6/6. They have nothing that can block it. End turn. So what I really need is a Gravewaker, and then I can Ritual of Soot. But so they can make a land, a 4/4 elemental. No! That's bad. But I can also kill it with a 1/1 now, so 2/2, 2/2. Oh. He can also deal 2 damage to things now, but he doesn't have a land card to discard, so he'd have to pop 1 back. So he can't do it at instant speed now. Right? Oh no, you can still do it at instant speed. Block that. Ritual of Soot would only buy me 1 turn. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly when you need to draw a board wipe. And then I get a 2/2. Next turn. So now it's all up to who draws what first. I'm assuming from the cards that they have a... Oop. They must have a lot of lands. Well, they got 2 turns. See, this deck likes drawn-out fights, but... Bolas Citadel. Soren.
You should fear those born of darkness. Vampirism is a useful trait.
There we go. GG. So, this deck finally did what it's supposed to do. This video's gone long enough, so I will end the video here. I really enjoyed playing this deck, and if you would, please like, comment, and subscribe below. And if there are any decks you'd want me to see me play, I would love to do that. Anyways, have a good one. Later.